Welcome to another episode of Divine Design Podcast. I am your host, Chrissy Morales, and today we're going to be talking about what I've been experiencing by doing this podcast. So guys, I want you to know it's been crazy. You guys know, if you followed me at all, that you know that I journal, pray, and meditate, and throughout this process, the Lord has been giving me direction and guidance in my life as to what I'm supposed to do. And, 2 years of doing this now, it's baffling me. It is completely baffling my relationship with him. The fact that I get to actually converse with him and hear him is amazing, guys. I can't even explain this. Here's what I want to say. I'm hoping that you guys want to live your best life and want to, let me back up. If you know me, if you follow me and you know me, you know I'm a real estate girl that sells tons of real estate, that I manifest everything that I do, that I have goals and vision boards, and I'm always pushing. But this is me doing this for myself. Now that I'm handing over control and letting go and surrendering to the Lord, I know there is something bigger and badder than us out here that is completely controlling all of this. And throughout this process, what I'm learning is we are all one. We're all connected. There is everlasting life if you choose to be saved by him. He is showing me firsthand this. After Steve died, I started experiencing paranormal activity in my home, guys. There's so much that I want to share with you guys, my testimony and what is transpiring. But episode 9, or at least we've pushed out 8 episodes thus far. There are a few other episodes that are going to come out before this episode is pushed out. Maybe we'll make it episode 9. We will see. But I want to share with you what is happening and what is happening in my life. What is happening by me being obedient to him. What is happening by going to him first. And it's not all about stinking me anymore. It's amazing. And you know what? It actually takes a lot of the stress, a lot of the worry, a lot of the stinking thinking, a lot of the negativity out of my life. Not there's a lot there, guys. I want you to know I'm a very positive person, optimistic. Nothing is impossible to me. Where there's a will, we will find a way. Through Christ, you can do all things. I believe that. I live my life by that. Now, if I was a negative Nelly, I don't know. I don't choose to live my life that way, and thank God for that. But let's just do the power of the Lord and the power of what the hell is going on in my life. Guys, each and every day I'm like, what the fuck? And you know what? I'm going to cuss a little bit. I know that this is me having a connection with the Lord and what the Bible teaches and in his word, not to use his name in vain, things of that nature. And I have colorful language at times, but what I'm finding is I'm not so sure that God gives a fuck about your words. Now, I know you're going to DM and whatever. Please comment, please comment. Let's have a conversation about what your thoughts are about this, because the more that I start getting out there and I'm having a connection, God, and God's telling me these things, God is still talking to me. God's moving in my life. And there's a few things that I may say some colorful words. Man, I've had conversations with other people about the word fuck and what it really means. And I believe, if I can recall correctly, it's a German word meaning to strike or to penetrate. And that word came about, it not as a bad word. And it's just how we throw out words to make them, it says do not curse in the Bible. Well, I don't believe that cussing is per se cursing someone. I think cursing is you casting spells and doing something, being negative and talking trash about people and stuff like that. So I might have a different take in, let's say, my young walk of learning the Bible. But what I am learning through this and my connection with him is that he's getting me to question everything. And the more that I walk with him, the more that I do question things. And I want to know his word, all of his word. And I know that there's power in the word. And I've read some of the Bible, but not all of it. And that is a goal that I have for myself, that I will know the Bible back and forth. But guys, I don't think this is so, having a spiritual connection with him is not so much just about the Bible. It is. Look, please, I'm not discounting the Bible. I'm not saying you shouldn't read the Bible. I'm not saying you shouldn't know his word. But for me to have this connection with him, it has been strictly through prayer, meditating, and me journaling. Yes, I'm in the Bible. Like when Caleb came to the house today, or shortly thereafter, my nose was in the Bible, and I was reading some things. I was reading John 2:15, getting ready for this podcast today, and there were a few things that I wanted to kind of point out. But I think in the way that you say words, let's go back to that word. I could be like, celery stick, sack of potatoes. It's just the way I say it. Are those bad words? I don't know. Anyways, no, they're not. But it's the way that they're pointing. Sometimes I think cussing gets your point across, but the whole point of that conversation was, does God look down upon me because I may use that word? I don't know. That may be a podcast, and that may be somebody that I need to interview that we can dialogue about that. But here's what I do want to let you know. Even though I am who I am and I may cuss occasionally, I am honestly trying to curb that. But I had a vision on Sunday. And it was interesting because God talks to me in different ways. Not only can I journal, put it up for a second, I may ask a question to him in here. I might be asking for guidance or whatnot, or, hey, Lord, here's my specific question right this second. And I'll put this to the side and go, okay. And go, all right, I'm going to go do a couple other things now. Maybe I'll revisit my journal today, maybe not, maybe tomorrow. And I'll get a phone call. And the phone call is the answer to my question in my journal. Or something happens. If you pay attention, he's giving you signs all the time. But I get my answers pretty quickly, and I'm starting to experience this more and more and more. And I'm freaking baffled by it because I'm like, what is going on right now? The more that I practice this, the more that I'm in connection with him, the more that I'm talking to him, the more that I give him everything. Like even my stupid questions. God, what do you think today? I'm asking a question about a specific person on my team. Lord, what do you think? How do we navigate this or that? And then something will happen. That agent may call me with the answer themselves. It is stinking amazing. And the reason why I wanted to do this podcast today is because I want you guys to know this shit is fucking real. It's real. And I am blown away. Here's my vision. So not only does he talk to me in my journal and give me answers, but I have visions. And I've learned that this is how he speaks to me. I have visions. I have things that happen to me. Like I said, after Steve died, I started encountering paranormal activity in my home. And that taught me a lot. And I really didn't even want to talk about it. Actually, I was in denial. This is not happening. And I didn't want to talk about it. But in order to get help, I knew that I needed to start opening my mouth and start and find the right people to help me in that situation. Because I was like, when you're living in your home and you're fearful, that's not a place you want to be. Your home should be your solace. And so when I would walk in every day, and that's how I felt, I thought, I got to find answers. I got to find somebody to help me. Now, throughout this whole process and everything that God has put me through, I believe we're being tested each and every day. The devil is real, guys. The devil's real. And he wants you. He wants your soul. Where do you want to go? You got to pick. You've got to make a decision. Who am I with? Who am I going to ride and die with? Is it going to be God or is it going to be the devil? Because if you don't make decisions, you're probably riding with the devil and you don't even know it. You need to be aware. You really, really do, man. And the more that I do this and the more that God puts these things on my heart to talk to you guys, the more I'm just like, man, I don't care. Because people, I run a successful real estate team. I'm like, but Lord, how's this going to affect my team? How's this going to affect our business? Blah, 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 blah. But you know what he's teaching me? I got to trust. I got to trust in him completely. I know that he will provide for me. And the more that I'm doing that, I'm giving my worry to him. I'm giving him everything. The more that he is providing day in, day out, guys. I just run the team. Thank God for Nikki, because Nikki's their ops manager, overseeing things, helping the team and whatnot. I'm out doing a few podcasts, throughout the week and selling real estate. But my team, my agents are doing more of the deals. And I'm like, oh shit, Lord, like I'm the producer of my team. What is this all going to mean? What if I start redlining my business? Like, that's not something I want to do. But you know what? I'm like, you know what? I trust in you. I trust in you. If that's what you want me to do, if you want me to continue to sell real estate, that you will provide. If you want me to continue to lift people up and pour into my agents on my team and teach them how to sell real estate and be fucking badass ninja realtors, I will do that, Lord. I'll do whatever you want me to do. At this point in time, I don't give a shit. And you know what? He knows my heart. He knows this about me already. He knows that I am like, I don't give a shit, Lord. I'm yours. I want your will for my life. I surrender to you. Yes, I've manifested a lot and I've done a damn good job. You know that. He knows that. But it's not about me anymore. I just don't care. I'm like, whatever. Look, I want to store up treasures in heaven. That's where I'm at now. I do realize when I die, there are choices are made here on earth. And when I die, that I am going to a different realm. And it is my soul, our soul. We are going to continue on. I'm starting to think that all of this is just past, like we are tested. We get into a new body, reincarnation, until we learn whatever the hell it is he wants us to learn. What is the end price? I don't know. Be with him, be in level 1 of heaven. I have no idea what it looks like, nor do you. Nor does any preacher, nor does any priest, nor does anybody know what happens when you truly get to the other side and they can communicate about that. So I want you to ponder on that too. Think for yourself and then think about you and your soul and what do you want for your life after this. He has shown me straight up in my home that there is light and there is evil and there are demons and there is angels. And what we do here matters, guys. It really, really does. And, if he's using me and saying, throughout all this, he's given me divine design. Hey, do divine design. I'm like, Lord, I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. Are you kidding me? You want me to do a podcast? I have no idea what that means, And then I'm like, okay, what about content? What about this? Look, this podcast is me just being an obedient child of God and doing what he's telling me to do, giving me direction and guidance. And in my journal, I could have gone, no, I'm not going to do that. Me make a humanly decision to say no. But I'm like, all right, Lord, man, you're definitely getting me out of my comfort zone doing things that I may not necessarily want to do, but I'll do it. And I'll do it for you. You know why? Because I love you and I trust you. And if you're going to use me to bring more people to you, by all means, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm in on that ride. I'm in on helping you save souls. I'm in on that shit. You know why? Because I feel like that's what this is truly all about. Making the money, the businesses, all that, top dog, number one agent. Don't give a shit about that shit anymore. Thank you, God, for that. Now, if we continue to be top agents, our team, number one and whatnot, fantastic. Look, I do tell Lord, look, I pray for abundance. I pray for abundance over this team, Lord. I pray that you bring the right people into each of these agents' paths and vice versa, and that we are used for your glory, your power, your will, Lord, whatever you want us to do. And it is amazing the opportunities that he's bringing into my life and into my agents' lives. It's not us, guys. We know that. We know that. It is amazing at the opportunities that he's granting that we pray and the players all come into the game. We're not even necessarily looking for them. We may go, hey, identify this is something that we need. Here's somebody we need to talk to or whatnot. Don't do anything, pray about it, whatnot. He sends them through the door, or we get the text message or whatever it may be. It is fucking amazing, guys. It's amazing. I can't imagine living my life any other way. Now, this is fun. This is actually fun too. I would have never guessed that. He is so humorous, and that choosing him and walking with him would be so much fun. You know why? Because I wake up and like, all right, Lord, thank you for putting the breath in my lungs. Thank you for me being alive. Thank you for the sunshine. Thank you. Thank you for everything. And now I'm stinking excited to see what you do today. Like, what are you going to do? Because he does something each and every day in my life, and it's profoundly, and I know that it's him. So we're going to back up to visions. Remember, I said I have visions. So I had a vision on Sunday morning. I'm awake. So guys, just think about this. I'm laying in bed and I'm awake, but I have my eyes closed. I haven't necessarily gotten up yet, haven't gotten coffee, haven't done anything, haven't talked to Timmy, haven't done anything. So, but I have a vision. And my vision, so think I'm laying there and here's what I see. And it's vivid and it's colorful and it's beautiful. And the feeling that I have in my body, I know it's him, but think of a big ring of gold, and in there's light, but more yellow. I see, just think ring, gold, light, and a cross in there. And I'm like, okay, interesting. Keep on. All of a sudden, now here's where y'all are going to think I'm a wacko, and you know what? I really don't care. I don't care, and I'm going to share this with you because this is real, and this is my reality, and this is what I'm walking through, and I'm a thankful God girl. I'm a thankful God warrior for this, and I'm excited to see what the hell he's going to do with me, my team, Timmy, Recovery Road, anybody that comes into contact with us, the Heights, anybody. He is working and he is orchestrating and he is collaborating and he is aligning, he is moving and he's shaking. I know it and I feel it. And that's all I can kind of say about that. So anyways, let's go back. So ring, cross, yellow, sun. And I can see somebody walking up. Guess who it was? It was God. Wow. And you feel like, who am I? Who am I that he would actually, come to me? I'm blessed. I love him. When he comes to me and he says, you're a chosen one. I love you. I'm going to give you the answers, basically. Because what I've been doing is journaling, praying, and meditating about God. I need answers. If you watch my podcast, you keep on hearing me saying this over and over, that I'm questioning everything. But I keep on. In the last journaling I did, I was like, Lord, I need answers. I want them all. I want all the answers to everything. To know myself, to dig deep, to be able to get all of the nasty shit out of me so that I can truly work for you. But anyways, and I really, even after that happened, I have not journaled about it. I should have picked up my journal immediately. I just was completely dumbfounded. But anyways, that's what he basically said. You're a chosen one. You are loved. You are on the right path. Keep on going where you're going. And then he basically said, I'm about to download all the information. Like, what the hell does that mean? Okay. So I'm like, okay. Then my vision goes straight up to colors, moving and circling, but mostly purples, light purples, whites, moving and shaking. And as I Googled spiritual colors, purple is known for the Messiah. And so I'm like, okay. So I went through this experience and basically turned over to Tim and was like, Tim, I got to share. I had a vision. He's like, what was your vision? And so we talked about this. We got up and Tim, got up and I started thinking about what happened. And I started crying because I'm like, first of all, thank you, Lord. Thank you so much, because he knows the desires of my heart. He knows me. He knows that everything about me, and we are fearfully made. I mean, he loves you. He loves everyone. He wants you to have a relationship with you. He really does. But after this, okay, so I start crying. I'm thankful. I'm very, very thankful. And I start kind of thinking about what just transpired. And he literally started giving me information. Like, things started popping into my head. And I know when things start popping in immediately like that, it's him. So one of them was, well, I don't know if I want to share exactly what those were, but enough that I was like, okay, I felt like I got 3 things that I know that, okay, these are the things that I need to go work on now for him. So we will see what happens. I'm super, super excited because I wanted to share this with you because I want you to know what I'm experiencing is real. And I wonder if some of the people out there that know me might go like, Chrissy Morales do a Divine Design podcast. Have you heard that girl's mouth? Or, are you kidding me? And so I'm wondering, that's why I don't know if that's what happens, but you know what? I truly don't care. I really don't care what people think of me. And I think if people are truly successful and whatnot in their lives, they have to have that in them, that they are like, look, I don't care. We maneuver to the right or to the left, no matter what. We don't care. We don't let people stop us. Like, we are warriors and move forward. And when we stumble and fall, because we stumble and fall, we pick ourselves up quickly, dust ourselves off, and keep on trucking. We don't give up. We are not quitters. So that's why I think me being a chosen one or whatnot, God knows my heart. He knows what I'm about. I'm about to be, he's using me in a different circumstance, but you know what? He shows me each and every day through my interactions that he's with me and that he's listening and he's answering. And I'll call Nikki, my ops manager on the real estate team, and go like, Nikki, this just happened. Or Nikki and I had a conversation. I'll be calling her back and going like, holy shit, Nikki, this person just called, blah, blah, blah. And Nikki will be like, it's just what we were talking about. And I'm like, I know. And she's like, oh my God. And I'm like, oh my God. And we have these phone calls and revelations almost every day. It's amazing. It's amazing. And so this is the reason why I'm doing this podcast today. Well, I was going to do it on self-love, the importance of loving yourself, and that will come next. But I don't know. He gave me, as I was getting dressed today, going, no, this is what you're going to talk about. You're going to talk about how you're growing your relationship with me, so that he told me like, nope, you're going to talk about this. I'm like, and sometimes I'm like, are you kidding me? I don't want to talk about this. They're going to think I'm a nut. I have visions and, you came to me and blah, blah, blah. They're going to go like, but you know what? I don't really care. And I guess what he's showing me, what he's teaching me is like, don't give a shit. Girl, you're to push out this message no matter what. And so I don't know what he's doing. I have no clue what he's doing, but I know that I have to be an obedient child of my Father. I know that. So I can't stress enough how God is moving, how God is shaking, how God is aligning right now in my life. I think that what's happening is I'm kind of being pulled in different directions on what I'm doing, but what's going to happen is doors are going to start closing and other doors possibly opening. Or maybe it's just doors are going to close so that I can head in one direction. And that's the God direction. Whatever he wants me to do, whatever his will is for my life, that's what I'm asking for. So I don't know, guys, stay tuned. I will continue to do an update episode, I guess, as time progresses, as he continues to move me and grow me and guide me and let me, and I'll share with you, what those things, I'll take note. What I may do is go through my journals and pinpoint some of the things where we get answers almost 5 minutes later, where I might, oh, my journal's very personal. Hold up. There's stuff in there that, man, I'm crying out to the Lord, and I may be, down on myself or a situation, but this is truth in here. This is my heart, and this is truth in here. So I don't know. I may go through some things and, at least share with you guys, something so that you can see these examples, of what's happening. That's what I'll do. We're going to do an episode where it's going to be examples of God moving, guiding, shaking, aligning in my life, and getting that out to you guys so that you can see. So, hey, I want y'all to definitely comment. If there's something in this podcast, that you're like, man, she's totally whacked, put it on there. Or if there's something you totally agree with, like, yes, I'd love for those people that are experiencing what I'm experiencing to actually comment and maybe share a little bit of what you're experiencing, how God moves in your life and guides you, and how you allow him to do that, because this is completely letting go. Man, his thoughts are not our thoughts, but I'm going to tell you throughout this process, my thoughts are changing. The way that I respond to things are so different now. I noticed in every interaction that I have now that I do not respond the same, that I am actually being changed and molded inside of me to be more Christ-like. And that's a wonderful thing. To love, to trust, to give that love out, to love yourself, and to be able to truly love people, and to truly want to have more meaningful relationships, and to see that grow and flourish. Man, it's just amazing to me. I think I've said amazing, I don't know how many times. Maybe we might count how many times I've said it in this podcast. But like I said, this is the reason why I did this. I just want y'all to know how much he's moving in my life, and how much I'm changing, how much I'm growing, how much he's guiding me, how much I'm allowing him to guide me, how much that I give everything to him now. I don't necessarily make all these decisions on my life anymore. I actually ask him and go, all right, what are your thoughts about this? How should I maneuver with this? Christian on my team, here's my thoughts, Lord. I'm about to do this. And he brings somebody like 2 days later that's talking about him and going blah, 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 and saying all this stuff. And I'm like, Lord, what? What do you want me to do? And to actually listen, to go, okay, there's a reason why this kid is on my team and in my life. And he has no clue, but he's about to get propositioned on a whole different route. And let's see what he does with it, because it's opportunity for a 20-year-old or 19, 20-year-old on my team. And let's see what he does with it. But this is the Lord. And this is the Lord talking to me and maneuvering in my life when I want to do something quite different with this kid, but he's not letting me. He's like, nope. And so then I have to ponder, what does he want me to do here? Like, what am I supposed to do? And slowly but surely, he reveals through people or situations with Christian's name coming up, like, here's what you're to do. And I'm like, okay. And so despite what I may think or I may want to do, he is directing my life, and I'm allowing him to. And the more that I do this, the more that I find he blesses me beyond measure. He blesses the people on my team. He blesses situations. He brings the people. He almost is ramping it up. And I'm like, whoa, cool. It's just so fucking cool. I mean, look, I can go on and on and on about this. I just hope that you experience this and that you want something that I'm experiencing. This is supernatural, guys. This is not worldly. This is supernatural. Man, if I have to pinpoint it and say, what is this? It's supernatural. It's having a spiritual awakening and walking more with your soul in this worldly life. Man, I encourage you to do this because it's amazing. Man, It's fucking amazing. You know, like I got to throw that word in just because I think it gets the point across. I mean, this is fucking unbelievable. This is fucking awesome. It really is. All right, guys. So if you are liking the content that you're seeing, please like, subscribe, click the notification button. All right, guys, until next time, I hope y'all have a great one. We'll talk to you soon.